Well, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the SHAC. My name's Barbara Gray from Clarity here in the UK. And it's October. I don't know what the date is. I'm losing my mind. It must be October the something. Let me just check for you. October the 28th already. What's going on, people? Hey? Jilly says the sound is fab. So do come on in. Let me just click to chat so I can see you. There you go. Yeah, so our friend Jilly is in the building with you. If you have any questions, then she is the person to ask. And other than that, it's the first day of the week and off we go. We're all in super early here at Clarity. And there's nothing like a crisis for sharpening the wit and clearing the sinuses, eh? I know. It's okay, though. We're living in the solution. We're living in the solution. We're live in the solution. I love what Dave's made for us. Live in the solution, live in the solution. Come on in. Let's just let our friends get in here first and find us, and then we'll start on our love doodle. This is the last day of the love doodle. I doodled ahead a little bit. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. It's good to have your company. It's still quite early. We've got 3 more minutes. Gives people a chance to find us. And how are you? How are you? I know the closure of Create and Craft, it affects everybody. It really does, to a greater or lesser extent. And I know that a lot of you, it was your company too. It kept you company. I get that. Of course I do. You know, yesterday I was working on some artwork and I thought, crikey, that is the end of an era. You know, I mean, I'm ever hopeful that somebody will pick it up and run with it. It had so much potential. It was phenomenal, you know, especially Hochanda. Hochanda was where my heart lay. But you know what? I have to control the controllable. There you go. We at Clarity control the controllable. And what we can do is entertain you, keep the SHAC going, do craft alongs, do online workshops, do social TV here. So, you know, we're teeing up for that. I think we're doing a cracking job, actually. So there you go. Come on in. Secret stuff. Yeah, I've got a couple of little things that I want to show you today, and some news and some... We're not going anywhere. There's a lot of scattering and a lot of people going different places, different TV channels, different platforms, etc. We're not going to do that. I think we can just keep the faith, keep smiling, you know, and keep going. And then we'll see. Let the dust settle first, okay? I don't know anything. I really don't know anything more than you do, but I just want to just settle down a little bit, calm down a little bit, okay? Love from Australia. Well, hello there. Fair dinkum. What's the time in Australia then? I always love it when I see people from all over the world joining in the SHAC. Let me ask you this. Where are you? Let's have a hands up. See who's furthest away. Well, we've got someone in Australia, so that's 67 Stardust. What is your name, 67 Stardust? Yeah, give us a clue. And then we'll have a look at where everybody is. We need to cast our net a little bit further if we're going to survive this. So 67 Stardust, do us a favour and tell your friends in Australia about Clarity. And also, if you're watching now, if you're watching on YouTube, just below this screen, there'll be a little button that says subscribe. Do that, subscribe. Or if you're on Facebook, there'll be a button somewhere around you, subscribe. And then that way, whenever we go live, which we're going to be doing regularly now, okay, whenever we go live, then you'll be notified and you'll know where to find us. You know, there's never been a more important time than now for the crafting community to keep calm and carry on, okay? So just subscribe, tell your friends. When we post or when I share a blog, take that, copy it and paste it somewhere else. If you're in other craft groups, tell your friends. You know, let's just spread the word a little bit. Spread the clarity love. Can we do that? So let's have a look. Perhaps, yeah, it's nice to have your company. And Jilly, you're keeping an eye on where everybody is because it's a little bit further away from me than I can see. Northamptonshire, I just saw that one fly past. Good, good, good. Sending love back at you, Maggie. Okay. Oxford, Jackie. Plumstead. I've always loved that name, Plumstead. I think it's a great, great name for a town. Plumstead. Sounds so English, doesn't it? Good. Okay, so today I thought what we could do is finish up our love. So we'll have a little bit, let's have a look. It's 1 minute past 10. Let's have a little recap. The bus driver goes back a little bit, shows you where we were, just in case there are some newcomers. And then we'll drive forward a little bit. All right, let's have a look. Gateshead. No, look at all these lovely places. I'm happy that you're here. We're in Edenbridge, just in case you didn't know. Edenbridge is in Kent. It's in the southeast of England. There we are. It's in the southeast of England. And this is the SHAC, safe, happy and creative, or stay home and craft, or stay happy and creative, which is what I plan to do. I plan, with a little help from you, to stay happy and creative. There are big adjustments going on now, and I just have to keep pulling out the positives. No more trundling up the motorway. No more stuck in traffic on a Sunday for 6 hours. That's the start. That'll do me for now. Love it. Love hanging out with my team at Clarity. I love the way they rally and the way it's all working. You know, I think they do too. We rise to the challenge, friends. When the going gets tough, tough get going and all that good stuff. So let's have a look. In the SHAC, we usually meet on a Monday and a Thursday, Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then on a Thursday at 7 o'clock in the evening. We either do SHAC stuff, which is doodling and hanging out and drinking tea, or on a Thursday evening, we do craft-alongs. This Thursday, for example, more I'll talk about later, but we're doing a craft-along, really cool one. But let's get started with our drawing and our colouring. So every Monday morning at 10 o'clock, usually, the only reason that I couldn't do it was either because I was on holiday or at telly. What we've been doing is working our way through a whole alphabet, and we're on L for love. So next week on Monday we'll go with M. And I was thinking, I would like to hear what you would like to do for M. Give us some ideas. I have an idea myself because I know what's in my mind. M for mind, M for madness. I don't know how you draw mad. But let's have a look at love. And you tell me what you fancy drawing that starts with the letter M. Okay. So what we did to begin with, we drew love on a piece of tracing paper. Okay. And the tracing paper, we don't need much. In the SHAC, right, in the SHAC, we don't use much. We just use a pencil, colouring pencils, maybe the micron pens, which we're going to use today. There's not a lot of gear required to do this. So we need the micron pens. We need, look, I'll just slide this over. I'm going to use a couple of polychromos, that grey set of 12, and a couple of pencils. That's it, really. And I did do this on I transferred our love to watercolor pad, which is also on the website. But other than that, we don't push sales. Having said that, today, forgive me, I am going to go a little bit silly-telly at the end of the hour. Okay, there's some things I want to show you. I need to drive sales to get money in the bank to keep going. It is basic. But that's not what the SHAC is about. But this is the only time that I can tell you about it. Okay. So what we did was we drew the L and then we introduced the other letters. And then we did an overlay. So what we did was we took another bit of tracing paper, we overlaid it, and we created this really nice swirl, right? So you've got two layers going on now. You've got the word, and then you've got the overlay. And then what we did, I took both of those and I compressed them, if you like. I put them both on one layer, looking good, looking very nice. I see a stamp. I see a groovy plate. Don't you? I really do. I really do. And so then we took this and we transferred it. So then what we did, let me show you. Oh, not that one. Well, I transferred it to a watercolor pad. There you go. So I took this one and I transferred it. There it is, exactly the right size. Doesn't that look nice? So now you have a kind of an idea what it's going to look like if you put like thick black lines around it. See, so we coloured it in with watercolour pencils, didn't we? The pergoliners sorry, I've just lost my thread. We coloured it in with pergoliners with the aqua, the water-soluble pencils last week. And now, yesterday, I had a little play up this end. I decided to try and make it a bit grungy, right? And the way to do that, even though this is watercolour stain, if you like, the way to do that, and that's why I've got these grey pencils here, is I'm going down the polychromos route, which is the oil-based pencils. I mean, you could use, listen, you could use an HB pencil to get shadow in, can't you? Right, but I went down this road, and I think I never went to art school. I never went to university. I did go to university. I did languages, but I never did art at school. And so I don't know the rules, okay? I just know, and sometimes rules can be quite limiting, you know, because you learnt the rules, that's how it works, and there is no room for deviation, you know? Whereas I think if you don't know the rules, then it's all about playing experimentation. I think there's a poem in there somewhere. Okay. So what I'm doing here is just mashing it up. I've used watercolor pencils, and we did do a little bit of, I gave you a couple of tricks and tips on how to use watercolor pencils so you don't make the pigment crumble. I showed you that. You can have a look at that later. And then the other thing, was a gulp, wasn't it? The other thing, just get this because I don't, Dave painted the top and I don't want to put a ring on it. There you go. So, and the other thing is that there's no, I haven't read the book that says I can't combine, right? So I can't combine. Why can't I combine the B pencils and the A pencils in the pergoliner? What about I put a stain down like this, right? I put a stain down like this, and then I take my green B pencil and I add a bit of depth, right? So once this is dry, see, now I can go in here and I can take that pencil and I can start to add shade. Why can't I? Who says? Who says? Here's another, look, here's a good one. This is the one that I used. There you go, B pencil, number 13. So I used a little bit of this in here, and it's a really nice sort of, and I just flicked a little bit of that in there. You know, the thing about, I think the thing about it is, it's like, it's all a learning curve. What I wanted to do was see what it would look like if I add, look, see, I could keep adding watercolor, or I could go in with a pencil that's a kind of a complementary color. And now it's a B pencil though, and I can just add a little bit of shadow, look, and I can add a bit of color in there. And it's, don't be precious about it. You know, if you don't try, like yesterday, I know exactly how it goes. Yesterday, I was in the same boat. I thought, God, if I mess this up, does that mean I've got to start again? Oh, yeah. But what was I ever going to do with this? I was only ever going to experiment. This is for test, you see. This is my test sheet. This is where I experiment and play. And then if I decide okay, I want to make a beautiful piece of artwork for Alex and Mark, or I want to make a wedding card for somebody else down the road, then I've got my reference, haven't I? I've got my reference. I'll write down the colours that I used, or, you know, because otherwise, I tell you what, if 6 months from now, I think, oh, I really like to use that yellow. I'd like to do that kind of vintage olive greeny yellow ochre, you know, and then it's like, oh yeah, and which colour did we use there? Which pencils? Did we use the polychromos? Did we use the blah, blah, blah? So what's a really good idea is to write on the back, and then you see. So it's like a journal, but it's an art journal. M is for mask or music. Music's a good one. Music's a great one. I was thinking moon. Moon. Yeah, music's good though. I could get into that. That would be lovely. Hey, could have a sing along. Are we allowed? Yeah, so let's have a look. This is what we're doing today. We're going to add a bit of green, add a bit of grey, okay? And then you can mix and match the colours, you see? But these are not water soluble, are they, these colours? These ones are not. So I'm just adding a bit of green. I mean, it's a different green, but you know, that's all right. I'm cool with that. I see here, remember with the leaves, we go, that's light, and then it's dark in there, and then light, and then dark on the edge. And that's how you get a really good, look, get a really good illusion of shadow, see? So it's light at that edge, then dark in there where it tucks in, then it goes lighter here where the light hits it on this side of the vein, the vein, and then dark on this side again, see? And then this one, same thing. I went in there, got a bit of depth in there, a little bit of, see? And you can really make it pop by doing this, a musical moon. Sounds good. I'm with M for music too. Moon music. Do you know, I'm getting the vibe here. Moon and music. Why not, eh? We could really do something arty, can't we? Lovely. Right, so let's just do this letter, right? So I think you get the picture. We're just using, tell you another thing that's worth knowing. When you're doing this shading part of the game, it's good to have, oh, that sounds like a bit of a ropey sharpener. Let me see if I can find a decent sharpener. Bear with me a second. Yeah, that's better. Okay, sharpening, right? I'm just sharpening. I'm getting a bit more of a tip so that I can get in and get more of a depth. Right, there you go. See, I can really bring that in there like that. Good. So you can see how I went round, I was scratched round there in black as well. And maybe I would have done it a bit differently, but I'm doing it now. I've committed. So I'm going scratchy. And it's not over yet. I'm not finished, right? So sharp pencil gives you that good edge. Blue would be good. A kind of a sea blue on this would look quite good as well. But let's just go with what we got, you know. I was looking forward to coming in and hanging out with you, actually. I really was. It's all a bit rough at the moment. And you've got to keep an even temper, you know. Keep smiling. Worry doesn't work. It bloody doesn't, you know. Let me just take this off. Let me take this off here. And to be fair, right, I'm not, if I said I'm not worried, that's not true. But I do know that worry doesn't work. So I live in the solution. I come up with a plan to counter the worry. If I'm worried about money, make some money. You know, if I'm worried about overspending, well, don't spend so much. Cut back. You know, and you do have to look. I'm just pushing through. You do have to look ahead a little bit, Of course you do. Otherwise, you'd be walking around with blinkers on. You know, I've got to kind of go ahead, plan ahead, a bit of forward planning, a bit of future planning, and then come straight back into the day and enjoy what I'm doing right now. There you go. And then what happens is, like, I will have had, by the time 11 o'clock or whenever we finish rolls round, I will have had a brilliant hour with you. I will have really enjoyed it. I will have felt that I've done something worthwhile. You know, I think that's the thing, isn't it? You want to know that what you're doing is worthwhile, that it serves a purpose, that it's helping somebody, you know? I think so. And yes, I've seen it in great big letters. This too shall pass. Everything does, doesn't it? Yeah? The good and the bad. So we crack on with love. Let's have a look. So we've done a bit of green round there. So I'm saying, right, we'll go through here. We'll add a little bit of colour. Now, where did I put those pergoliners? Bear with me a second. Pergoliners. Right, oh, look, there's a 70063. And I know we've always said that the SHAC's not for selling. It isn't, but it needs to be a little bit. It needs to be a little bit, friends, okay? And then when it doesn't need to be anymore, then I'll wind it back again, okay? Is that all right? Right, so 70063 will get you this amazing set of pencils. Right, and I've got to find a colour that kind of goes with that one there. So I'm thinking that I want to probably grab that, let's have a look, that lovely lilac colour. Oh yeah, that's good for winging it, grey. Let's have a look, what we got here? B5, be cool, B5. So I'm just getting in here now and I'm adding a bit of a shadow, see, I couldn't do this. I could do it with a watercolour, but you get a lot more intense colour with the oil base, don't you? Right, let's have a look. We're just going in there like that. Let's just add a bit of shadow there and then add a bit of shadow here. It's all about the drop shadows. And then, right, we'll do that. So are we in agreement about the music and the moon? About the man in the moon with the banjo? Should we? I mean, come on. We draw what we like, can't we? I think we should have some fun with it. And, well, we're edging up on Christmas. I'll tell you what we are edging up on. The open days. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and I thought, how do you make mulled wine for 200 people? This is the person that doesn't drink. I lay there, I thought, why did I suggest that? I mean, I can see mince pies. I get mince pies, but mulled wine. And I mean, when do you start serving mulled wine? Not at 9 in the morning, friends, right? So, and then I thought, what do? Do you cook great big vats of it? I don't know. And you do a virgin mulled wine, so non-alcoholic, which is like blackcurrant juice, really, isn't it, with a bit of spice. In a 10-gallon drum. Use a big cauldron. The cat and the fiddle. Yeah, back to music again. Yeah, so I'm trying to work out. I hope you've got your tickets. It's going to be fun. I've been sorting out the carols, the carol booklet. You know what? Sod it. Let's just have some fun, okay? Let's have some fun. I've been talking to the design team. I've been making sure that everybody's on the right sheet of music, M for music, that they know what they're doing, that the demos are going to be classy. I've seen Tina Morris's and Hazel's make and takes. They're brilliant. The new stamps that Tina designed herself, absolutely beautiful, right? So that's going to be great. Yeah. So this week's the week where I start firming up that everybody knows where they're going, where they're sitting, what they're doing. And there's me waking up in the middle of the night thinking about mulled wine. She who hasn't had a drink for 25 years. There isn't much alcohol left after you've heated it up. Oh, is that right, Helen? Okay. Ribena do a winter spice version. This is good to know, Angela. Maybe you could text me. It'll be fine. It'll be lovely. I know when I used to live in Germany, in Nuremberg, which is where Grace was born, in Nuremberg, we lived right off the Hauptmarkt, the main market square. I don't know if you've ever been to Germany, but we lived right there. And the month of December was always chaos because they had the Weihnachtsmarkt, the Christmas market, and Nuremberg is probably one of the most famous ones, isn't it? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But the tourists and the traffic, and my point is the Glühwein, which is like our version of mulled wine. Glühwein, glue being glow. Yeah, so they had the Glühweinstand everywhere. On every corner, there'd be a Glühweinstand where people would drink the mulled wine. And I have been known to have a tipple at the Hauptmarkt. It was lovely. I'm glad I had the experience when I did. Not the Glühwein experience, but it's nice when it's very, very cold. It used to get bitter cold in December in Bavaria, in Nuremberg. And it was quite something to dress up really warm and go with a group of friends and hang out around a Glühweinstand, you know, where you stand, you don't sit kind of thing. It was really cool. And the music and the vibe, the atmosphere was magical. And when it snowed, it was perfect, just absolutely marvelous. Market, M for market. I'm thinking. Right, so there you go. You sound like an expert on mulled wine, Sue. Okay, well, Sue, you've got the job. If you haven't got your tickets for our open days, then I encourage you to join in. The Clarity Open Days will be a celebration of all things clarity, of all things craft, and all things Christmas. Right, let's get on with this. Okay, this is looking good. See, step away from it. I find that quite a lot with artwork. I'll do something and I think, oh, I'm underwhelmed. I'm not really in love with that. Do you do that? And you think, meh. And then step away from it. And I don't mean keep walking until you can't see it. I mean, leave it. Leave it until the following day. Honestly. See, I lost a bit there. That's okay, though. You can redefine it there. And sweep. Right, that'll do. Because I want to put a bit of grey over this as well. So I don't want to lose all the pink. The pink's the lovely colour. There you go. That looks good. Looking good. Right, L, what have we got now? I'll pop that one back in there. This has been a little bit pillaged, this one. I should have really looked at this beforehand. That one's a bit sad. What colour is that? Dark green. Well, we're not having that one, are we? Right, I wonder what colour this is. Well, let's check it out. That'll do. It'll have to. It'll have to. Yeah, there you go. We're going brown. Nice. Okay. I think that'll do nicely. So we're just creating, because we've got that line around there, see, there. What we're doing is we're creating a kind of the illusion that this is inset. Well, I think so. Okay. I think there's an illusion of insetness here, don't you? Let's see. And then you just flick, and then make sure the tip of your pencil is, yeah, this will look nice. So we're just coming around the outside there. There you go. It's quite a good colour, that. What one was it? B12. Well, there you go. Be nice. B12. Good. So we've got that now. We've got the colour in place. So Paul's still on holiday in Cornwall. Look forward to seeing him again next week. Hey, I tell you what, blink and you miss it. He doesn't. Well, he must know what's gone on. I did tell him about Create and Craft on Friday, but I didn't want to bombard him with all this chaos. So, you know, so much has changed though here. Talk about think on your feet, friends. You know, he'll walk in and we've completely repurposed the TV studios. We've completely repurposed the TV shows. I mean, he did see a little bit of it. We did start working towards it. But for Paul, you have to understand his job. He was the head of TV for us. He was head of creating. He was the one, the conduit. He was the one between Clarity and television, the one that did all the communication. I did too, but I delegated a lot of it to Paul, right? So, you know, big adjustment for him. I'm sure he won't be sad either to not have to trundle up and down the M11, M25, etc., 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 right? Because when I was up there, so was he. So, you know, sad. But every cloud has a silver lining, friends, doesn't it? We just need to make sure that it is going well. Jane says Paul will need an induction on his return, a little training session. He will. He will. We've got a completely new system here. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. It's been a while coming, this. Now, let's have a look. So we've got our colour. We've got a little bit of that. You can add as much as you like. It's whether, how bold and punchy do you want to get? Right, now and forever. How bold and punchy do you want to get? I'm wishing that I had a yellow. I wonder if that peach would be nice. Let me just try a little peach colour. All right, let's give it a bit of that. Is that a bit too orangey? What's this one? B9. B9. Benign. Okay, that'll do. Right, so we've got a bit of colour there. And then we can add a bit of colour. Let's go a bit, right. So here we go again. Light, dark, light, dark. Nice. Let's get a bit of that yellowy colour going there, like that. And then we'll put a bit of that on the heart. We love a heart, right? And on those little droplets, there you see, you can really get in on the depth on that one. Let's give this a bit of a go as well. There, like that. That's nice, isn't it? See? So we've sharpened up the leaves, we've sharpened up the... And all that with a box of pergoliners. There you go, that'll do. Right, so now we've done that. What's the time? past. Okay. So the other thing is, oh, hang on a minute. Where's that lovely olive green that I like so much that's not in that box? Oh, that's a nuisance. It's my bad. I didn't come prepared. There's a lot going on here, friends. It's all right, we'll go with the grey. We'll go with the greys. Bypass. Right. Browns, greens, greys. These are great pencils, these ones. That we put together a little pack of these greys, and I like the peachy one. See, that's lovely for there. That's really nice for there. Like that colour. And then you've got your ivories and your creams. So these colours, these are the, I love that. They're the real, you use them a lot. What's this one? I don't know. About 10 of them. And the other ones that you get in here are your silver, your grey, and your gold. Your silver, your gold, and your bronze, copper. So these are the ones that we, there's the green. I knew I had brought it. Oh, I'm so glad. Right. I'm glad I brought that green. There you go. Okay. There's the green. Good. So what I like about using, because I wanted to go down here, that's why I needed the green. what I like about using watercolor pads or paper like this is they're almost like spongy, so you can press really hard. It's almost like a cushion. It's quite good, you know. Different to a piece of card because it's got a bit of purchase, it's got a bit of tread. It's got like a surface, isn't it? A rough surface, this one. So you get a kind of a really good texture as well. I'm just running up the edge there just to make it look a bit more light in the middle, and yeah, just give it a bit more depth, that's all. It's easier to do this now. I mean, you can always add more later. There you go, see? And if you wanted to blend this now, water won't do that, but you've got choices. First of all, right, let me show you this. If I were to take my pink eraser, this is interesting. The oil-based pencils that I've just added, right, let me just show you this. They can be removed, right? Wouldn't think it, but you can get rid of if you overcook it, right? But the stain, the watercolor stain, won't go away. So I can see when I come in here to tidy up, say I take I've got an eraser, like one of these. If I go in to tidy up and get rid of the pencils, look, see, I'll go like this. It will get rid of the lead, it will get rid of the B pencils, but it won't get rid of the watercolor. You've literally stained the paper. See, so at the end, we'll just tidy this up. If this comes off, it's because it was just a pencil. See, I can see there, for example, those little dots there like that. I missed them out. Right. So that's quite good to have like a combination of both the different pencils, isn't it? I like this. I think it's going well. Now the next thing is it's about the actual black, the black side of this. Are we doing all right here? Are we doing okay? Is anybody there apart from me? Let's have a look. 190 people. Well, I'll be. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to park this, okay? And then we'll come back to do the rest. I'm going to park that there. So I want to tell you about Thursday. So Thursday we've got a craft along, right? And we've got these really, you got these stencils. This is where I won't even talk about it. We sold these stencils on the telly, and the promise was that I would do a really cool craft along on the 31st of October, which is this Thursday. Okay, and it's using these two stencils. So we've got these leafy layering stencils. Look, this is lovely. It's like gossamer. If you have a look at the three stencils, you'll see you get the positive and the negative. So loads of you bought them. Loads of you bought them. We've yet to be paid for them, but there we are. You've got them, and I'm going to honour the workshop. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I do that? Right? So we're going to go with these leafy overlay stencils, and then I'm going to get the jelly plate out, and I'm going to show you how to create this on a gel press. Right? So it's a 6x6 gel press. So on my blog yesterday, I actually showed you where the download is for the ingredients list, right? Jilly will give you the link so that you can find it. It's the recipe list, so that if you're going to join in on Thursday evening, we're going to be using these two stencils. Okay, so let me tell you about these two sets of stencils, and then you'll get it. We've got these ones, which are the leafy overlays, and the number is 01035. Right, I'm going to do that so you can see it. There you go, leafy overlay 01035. And then the woo-wah, I'm among friends here. I know it's not very technical, 01044. So that's what you'll find on the website. That's where they are. Jane says, mine are sitting in my in tray ready for Thursday. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. So those are the 2 stencils that we're going to put through our paces. Julie will give you the download so you know what to go. And do you know what? Even if you haven't got those stencils, why don't you just come and hang out with us? Bring something else. As long as you've got a jelly plate, a gel press, right, and a bit of paint, have a look at the list. Make do, you know. I know I'm doing the opposite of what I ought to be doing. But I'd rather have your company than not. This is an inclusive community, not an exclusive one, okay? And this is not pressure selling. I'd much rather that you just came and played. Even if you don't have the stencils, it doesn't matter. Come and bring other stencils along, you know? Have a look at these ones, see what you've got in the cupboard. And then maybe when we do the job together and you see these, you go, cool, that's amazing. I need them. And then you decide, then you make a decision as to whether or not you want them or not. And that's how we intend to proceed at Clarity. Okay. Right. So that's on Thursday evening. And then I wanted to tell you, all right, so right, let's do a bit more artwork. I'm so excited to show you this artwork. That's Thursday night. Sort that one out. And then I'll tell you about Sunday. Because I've been going, oh, I really want to show them what I've done with these masks. They're going to really like these masks because we're launching a beautiful set of stamps and masks, landscape masks on Sunday. Here, same place, same background, just me, 3 till 5 here on Sunday. Okay. And it's easy to find us. If you found us here today, you'll find us here on Sunday too. All right? Same place. You'll find us here on Thursday too. Same place. And if you subscribe, like I said earlier, the point is, and I don't mean to be pushy, but I've got to be in a little way, then because the way I am rolling at the moment, and because I'm in the building all the time, if I see something and I go, do you know what? I'm going to tell our friends about it. I'm just as likely to click all the cameras on, go, right, here we go, Facebook Live. Hello, friends. And even if I only speak to 30 of you, but if you've subscribed, then you'll get a little message that says, oh, Barb's gone live. What's she up to again? Mm-hmm. There you go. Now, let's have a look at this. And we're going to look at how to add the grey. So I've got choices. I'm going to take my thoughts on this are start with a lighter grey, okay, because you can always go darker. So let's say, for example, I want to add a drop shadow, right? So let's look. I've done this one here. Let's go in here. So what I'm doing is I'm popping a drop shadow down, and I'm using one of the light greys like that. There you go. You could use another light grey. See, let's have a look. Let's go that one. That one's a bit sharper. Think about Faber-Castell. They do make a damn fine pencil. Right. Have a look. So we're going to add a drop shadow. See, the thing about this as well, right, I've got another thing that I want to tell you. I've been in this game now for so many years, right? And I think about 18 plus years of them have been on telly, okay? And a lot of the time, you end up doing stuff that you don't really, I don't know, you do it because you're caught in a kind of a commercial trap, but it's not necessarily what makes your heart sing. It's not what sets you on fire. It's not what you got into it for, you know? You end up in this kind of treadmill, you know, new and special, blah, 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 blah. And so it goes on like this, right? And I said, do you know what? Enough. We've got to be making things and designing things that we really, really love, not what we really, really think will sell, you know, which is where we've been guided. Okay. So there are changes coming now. And you will see it's almost instant. The things that we're bringing to you now independently, because we are striving to be independent again, right? We want to kind of do, no, I'll go back on that. I want to do what I want to do, okay? And what I really enjoy and what excites me, you know? And of course I'll listen to you, but I've got a feeling that what I like, you like. So you'll see. And this whole drop shadow thing that I'm doing here, see, now I'm going in with a slightly darker one. This is all about light and dark, you know. Now, when we've been on telly, I'm not bashing it. I've learned so much. I can't, you know, I've met so many super people. I'm not bashing it, but you got to know when enough's enough as well, right? And to be honest, I was wearing out, you know, so it's okay. It's okay. Now I want to do what I want to do. Light, shade. I've got the time to show you this stuff. See, I didn't have the time before. I wasn't given, and don't get me wrong. Oh, Mum, they treated me like a queen up there. You know, they were so respectful, so lovely. The producers and the presenters, they gave me so much demo time. You know that. Like, I was the one that introduced that stuff. Don't just sell, demonstrate. If you show what can be achieved with something, I mean, that was me 15 years when I broke the mold, you know. It's all about the demonstration. People forget that. When I first started on Create and Craft back in 2000 and whenever it was, right, 6 I think, or 7, right, when I started back then, it was all about sell, sell, sell. You didn't get to do any demonstrations, and if you did, it was a little scribble. And I was like, no. You need to really be creative and motivate, you know. And it worked. It still works, and now everybody does it. And you know, I just need to let you know that it was that I was the one that forged ahead to say you need to be demonstrating, you need to be showing, you need to be inspiring, right? That was a fight I had all the time. And the thing about doing our own TV now is that we can use as much time as we want, you know, because to my mind, if I were you, subjunctive, then I would want to know how to use pencils. I would want to know how to do a drop shadow. I would want to know how to hold the pencil, how to get the shade, you know. That's what I want to know. You know, I think, see, so you go with lighter, then you go in with a darker color, you kiss the line, make sure that your pencil is quite sharp, you can get in there, see, and you build up that shade. So what you got now is a kind of a drop shadow, because it looks like the light's coming over this side, so you're dropping the darkness on that side, see, on that side here, like so, and then round here as well. So as soon as you come around the outside here, it creates the illusion of depth, see? And what I'm excited about, and this is what we're going to build on. I'm excited about the fact that I can control the cameras. I can control how long, when we stop, you know. And it's not that I'm power. It's not about that. It's about showing you stuff. And then you decide, oh, I want to do that. I'm going to buy that. I love what she's doing there. I want to have that level of skill. I've got to practice. See, and then we're in it together. See, there's got to be a way through all this together, you know? So there you go. And maybe I'm running at the mouth, but well, there you go. My ride, my rules. That's what I think. I really do. I spoke to somebody else briefly yesterday who's well known to you. She shares my view. She absolutely agrees with me. She's another creative, you know, and I blooming well appreciated the conversation that I had with her too. So there you go, you see. We're all in it together. And the clarity community are very much there. Doesn't that look lovely now? Eh? Doesn't that look good? I know. The clarity community are a creative bunch. You know, when I go on Clarity Worldwide or Groovy Worldwide, I mean the Groovy. Oh, I mean it's not my choice of artwork. Don't get me wrong. I cannot believe the skill set. I've just never had the time. You know, I'm not sure what I'm doing around this edge here. So when in doubt, hang about. Just put a little bit of colour there. There you go. The skill levels in Groovy are baffling, aren't they? Look, see? And it's great. So, and that's, see, if I show you this, at this point you're going to go, what pencils is she using? I need those pencils. There you go. And that's my belief. That's, you show what they do, and then they sell themselves. I've said it all along. I'm going to show you something else, right? And you're going to go, where can I buy them and how do I find out what to do with them? Right, you ready? I've got to show you because it proves my point perfectly. So on Sunday, right, I've been telling you that we got these stamps and we've got these masks. So we've got these little landscape masks and they come with the stamps, but they also come separately. But, right, I'm going to just put this here. I'm proving a point here. So yesterday, I have to put these through their paces, you see, because I'm preparing to show you how to do this stuff on Sunday from 3 to 5. Okay, so I've written down what ink pads so that I can replicate it. Okay, and then I was so excited yesterday, so I thought I've got to show them, and they're like, "Well, come on then." Right, you ready? So this is using just the little masks. This is not even putting the stamps on top of it. Okay, right, there you go. Look at that. So this is the masks. And I absolutely blimmin' love this. Check that out. There. Brilliant. And that, see, to me, that's exciting. You know, and yeah, all right, it's a mask. It's just a mask. Use the brushes, bit of ink. Most of you've got the brushes. Most of you've got the ink. But I bloody know, right, that every single person that sees this goes, I want to do that. I want to have a go at that. I want to be able to do that. And do you know what? It's so achievable. It's so easy. It's so easy, right? But and here's the point. You need the masks and you need the brushes. And you need a few ink pads. But it's so blimmin' lovely, right? And the excitement that I felt when I did that yesterday, right? I was so chuffed. And I thought, I need you to have that sense. You need to have that feeling of chuffedness, if that's a word, you know? Because that's got to be what it's all about. Not all the bullshit, not all the ag and all the trouble. It's about that feeling when you do something so good that you just want to run around and show everybody. Come on, you all know that one, don't you? It's just, you can't beat that feeling, you know? You cannot beat that feeling. And so I want to show you, right? Yeah, that's what I said. I'd put them on my wall as well. And this one almost looks like a Polaroid. And this, but they're little square. I want to show you how you can extend them as well. That's the whole point. And Dave, right? I love my husband. Do you know what he did? he ran off to work yesterday because I said the thing is, it's about the size of the card. It's got to be a certain size, otherwise it becomes a real mission. And I said to Dave, it has to be a certain size, otherwise it's a real pain in the neck because it's a lot of fiddling. But I said, if it's a certain size, then it works like a charm. Do you know what he did? He went to work. I told him what the size was. He went to work. He found a load of card and he chopped a load of card up and he goes, right, and that's what you're going to offer your customers. You're going to tell them this is how, because he said, if you think you need that size, he said, then let me make that size. And so that's what he did all day yesterday, was chopped up card ready to sell with this, so that it's like that. You can just go and go and go, because that's what you'll do. And then I rang Jazz and I said, do you know what, Jazz? You don't just want one of these masks, because you use them and use them and use them. They don't last forever. So I said, so let's make extra packs so that people can buy the masks without the stamps, because not everybody's going to want the stamps, although I think you should. But maybe you want the stamps and then you want extra masks. And I said, and I'll tell you another thing, I think they'd be brilliant larger, so that you could do proper wall art. So we're in, like, this place is buzzing today, all because of these two bits of artwork. See, isn't that the truth? So there you go. I can't wait for Sunday. I cannot wait to show you how this works. Yeah. So there's one little spanner in the works here. There's always one. Nothing runs smoothly, but it'll be all right. Most of you have got brushes. I think we've run out. We've sold out of brushes, but so they're on the water. Isn't it just the truth? The moment you come up with something that's absolutely the game changer, the main ingredient you haven't got in the cupboard. But so what we said was, we ordered them. They just take months. It's not that we ran out last week because of the sale, but they're on the water. They just take a long time to get here. They take months. Okay. So I said, right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put a pre-order offer on, right? Because we need your help as well. And I know that these brushes, you know, the big brushes that I use all the time, the brushes, they will be here this side of Christmas for definite. Well, I say for definite, nothing's definite in this world anymore, but we have it on good authority. They're all paid for and they should be here well before Christmas. So I said to Jim, right, do me a favour, because I also know that the price has gone through the roof on these. They're the one thing that we bring in from China, one of the very few things that we bring in from China. The shipping's exponential. Anyway, so they're coming in. So I want to do a pre-order with you. And I know that the price in January will go up. At the moment, they're $21.99 on the website. I know from January, given the price that we've had to pay for them, that they will go up to £25. Yeah, definitely. So I said, right, take them down to $19.99 and put them on pre-order. And then if our friends buy more brushes, even if you've got brushes, buy more brushes, because you're going to need loads for this job, right? And if you pre-order them, then what we'll do is you can put them in another order. You don't have to buy them separately. But if you add them to another order, then it will automatically flag up as a pre-order. The order that you place them with, that will carry on. We just won't be able to sell the brushes till they come. All the brush pre-orders, we've never done this, but I can't see why it wouldn't work. All the brush pre-orders will go in a pile, and as soon as the brushes land, then they come to you at the super special price, plus your club discount, plus your loyalty points, etc. And obviously, yeah, I can't see why that wouldn't work. I really can't. So yeah, buy brushes, pre-order brushes. And then, because I know there is so much mileage in this kind of art, and I know that I have a feeling, hands up who really loves this sort of stuff. I know, right? We do. We love landscapes. This is what I got into. Do you remember when we first started? I used to have the brayer, I used to have the torn paper and the moons. There is no difference. The only reason that I don't use brayers anymore is because they outpriced us. They took the mickey to the point where there's no way that I can justify the price of those brayers. Not happening, right? So we go a different route. That's the truth of it. But we started with landscapes and moons and torn papers. And here we are 32 years later doing landscapes and moons. It's the same, right? M for moon. Yeah. Me, the inky play is the best. Absolutely, Ken. I'm totally, I honestly think that that's where that's me in my core is landscapes. Look at the lighthouse, the collage that we did. Oh, I've got to get that sorted out this week as well, the viaduct one. Again, landscapes, countryside, nature, trees, hills, mountains, lakes. That's what I want to do. And that's where we're going to go, okay? So yeah, the offer is already on the website for pre-ordering your brushes, and we'll make sure that they come to you in a timely fashion. I'm going to show you how to do this on Sunday between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And will we have a craft along with these new masks? I'm going to do a really good demo on. I'm going to do a really good demo on Sunday, right? And it will be repeatable because you can find it on our website. And I'm doing the workshop at the open days because we're having the open days, and on the Sunday I've got a workshop, and I'm going to do this in that workshop. So in deference to those people that have just paid good money to spend the day with me, I'm going to kind of ring fence that, if you know what I mean, for those guests that are going to join me for the Sunday. But yes, the system and the process will be very, very clear on Sunday to you. Okay. So that was what I wanted to show you. I'm really chuffed with that. Sorry about the emotional. There's a lot going on. Right. Next thing. Oh, I wanted to do one more thing before we leave. Let me just have a look. Back to the love, right? So we've done that. And then one more thing. And then I want to just have a little, I'm going to hustle for 5 minutes. So you see, if you've got these micron pens, this is 01. So I'll just show you. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to get sketchy, right? So to get sketchy, once you've done all the grey, look, see, I'm going for it. And I'm just going to shoot across. I'm not even worried about whether the lines meet or don't meet, right? I'm just going. I'm going over the edge a little bit. I'm going a bit like that. With this one, let me see, did I do that? Yeah, I'm going to go up there, and I missed it, but that's all right. See, I'm coming round like that. I'm going to try and go where it was, but if I miss it, do you know what? That's okay. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm really punching now. I'm kind of just sketching in, going real rough. You can go twice if you want to add a little scribble. See, across that edge if I wanted to go again. Just do another line like that so it looks a bit scribbly. See, then we'll come around here. We'll go like that, scribbly. And if the pen, if you go fast, what I find with these pens is, if you go fast, they get kind of scratched. See, if I go slowly, they go like that. If I go fast, they start to, well, it's pretty good, this one. But normally, you start, especially on this paper, it will start to miss a bit. I like that. You want to miss a bit. So let's have a go here again. So we go around like that. There you go. See? There. So it's really scratchy, but that's what you're after. You want to get that. It really does. It's almost, what's the word? it's like if I said to you, be brave, most people would go, what are you talking about? It's a bit of paper. But you completely understand what I mean when I say that. Be brave. We are so neat because we control every single centimetre. It's when you watch the artists and they throw it around and flick it, and you think, for people like us, that's makes quite anxious, doesn't it? And so when I say be brave and I just go sketch it, what's the worst that can happen? And you won't get the impact or what it looks like, this sort of sketchy feel, until it's finished. You can't see it until it's done. And then you think, oh, you know what? I really like that. I really like that sort of sketchy look, see? And it's a scribble. And I tell you who's really good at this sort of stuff is Sam Crow. She sort of scribbles and sketches and you think, really? And then at the end, it's just marvellous. It's so lovely. Me, I'm a bit more of a perfectionist. I am actually. Are you as well? See? But it looks so good when it's done. It looks so good when it's done. I've got the L left to do. Look, see the heart. Look, I'll show you. Let's go in tight so you can see it. And then I want to show you a couple of bits. I'm going to hustle for a couple of minutes. You up for a hustle? Right. So, see, you go like that. And you miss what you're actually, you didn't even hit the light where the colour was, see? So you just go for it. There you go. Whoa, that was brave, Gray. Come around there, join it up. Now let's try the writing. Definitely the writing, now and forever. Okay, leaf, and up we go, off we go. Now, and joined up writing. For, don't worry if it's all sketchy, it's supposed to be. Forever. See? Love it. And then if you want to add a bit more sketch, you want to put a bit more of an F on there. Oh, yeah, I do. There, you see? You can go in, add a bit more. Now and forever. And suddenly, the only thing left to do now is the L, which I'll do for 5 minutes in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to hustle now. Right, you ready? So while I was getting all this ready, of course, now we have to dress the set. Every time we have to dress the set. And what that means is, depending on what we're presenting, we have to dress the set behind. So I got in early this morning to dress the set. And I went in over the other side here. There's a great big room with loads and loads and loads and loads of art samples, all the TV boxes, all the years of all the TV shows. We've got all the DT, just loads and loads and loads of pizza boxes. We have them everywhere. Everywhere you look, we've got pizza boxes of artwork, right? And so I'm digging through because I thought, oh, I want to just highlight some nice art that appeals to me. And then I thought, I see a selling opportunity coming up here. So then I rallied the troops, and I want to show you. We've got here, for example, I'll show you some artwork, right? This is a nice piece of artwork. Many of you will remember it. Look at that. So we're on landscapes. You know what I said to you about how we started out? Do you know how old this stamp is that I did? I drew this, God knows how many years ago. And it's just a set of, look, I'll show you. We've modified it now. It's even better than it was. So we've still got this beautiful stamp. We've got these amazing leaves that Jim designed. I love them, right? May green be the grass you walk on. May blue be the skies above you. May pure be the joys that surround you. May true be the hearts that love you. Ain't that the truth? So now, because we've got a positive and a negative, which is brilliant. In the old days, when you wanted to emboss, see, this has got, let me see if I can show you this. If we go up, I don't know if this will help. Probably not. Let me just see. No, it's got a bit too, yeah, you can just see the glare. If I do that, these are embossed, right, with clear embossing powder. That's not so good, that camera. So what's great now is that you can take this stamp and you can stamp over the black with a Versamark completely, right? Before, what used to happen was you'd have to take a Versamark pen and colour in each one of these and put powder on it to emboss it. Now you ink up the embossing pad, you bish bosh bish over the top. You've given that a mask now, and now you can put your hills in the background and the leaves, and it just wipes off the embossed work. So that, my friends, is a really nice piece of artwork that I did a long time ago. And this set, right, is code number 11696. But before you place your order for that, let me show you the offer. We also did another one with another blessing. May peace and plenty bless your world with a joy that long endures. May all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. And this one we did with bamboo and beautiful bamboo leaves, right? Really, really cool. And this bamboo, these bits here, right, they sit straight in there. So if you want to colour them in, you literally ink that up in green, in it goes. The negative is always going to be for your embossing if you wanted to do that. Cord, do you remember the birds on a wire? We did them the very first day in the SHAC in lockdown, didn't we? I know. That one there looks like a kidney bean. Okay, if you buy both of them together, well, it's 11753. But if I'm not mistaken, we said earlier on when we were hustling to do this, if you buy that one, how much, what did we say, Jilly? What did we say? If you buy both of them, if you buy one, the other one's half price, right? No, if you buy that one, you get that one free. That's it. You get both of those for the price of one. Well, I'll be. That's it. I remember now. Buy that one, get that one as a gift. Okay, so that's that. Hustle, hustle. So I'll put that there. Right, next one. I went to Sam Crow that I was talking about. Her and her fishies. I love her fish. I use them all the time on my ceramics, right? This is just beautiful. This is Jane Telford. Look, I'll show you the artwork because you'll think, look, see, I love this stuff. Love that. That little stamp there is just worth its weight in gold. And again, you've got the positive and then you are my soulmate. You are my soulmate. Isn't that lovely? Sam, she's so funny. Gone fishing. Right, let's have a look at all these different stamps. We've got fish. We've got I sure fish you were here. I think these are brilliant. You are my soulmate. We're always here for you. These are the ones. This is so, so creative. So you've got 3 of those. You've got 3 of those sets. Now, Jilly, what did we say here? Can you remember? I cannot remember. My head is full. But I do know, right, that one there, I sure fish you were here, is 11380. And the fishies, these big fish that I use in my pottery, is 31224. And then this one, which to me looks like a Christian sign, is 11381. There you go. So it's that one, and that one. And they've got a fantastic offer on them. Jilly will tell you. What is it, Jilly? Can you just text me so I can say it? Was it? I can't remember. I can't remember. But that's the fishy offer in that window. Right, we've got 2 more offers. And I was on the phone to Tina Cox this morning because I found these 2 pieces of artwork. To me, these are masterpieces. I'm not getting any messages on the price. Oh, look, it's all there. Sorry. There's £6 each. Is that right? Sorry, Jilly. I didn't even see all these messages. What have you said here? Let me have a look. Andrew's in Michigan, motorbike, monkey. God, this blooming phone didn't give me all that information. Sorry, love. I thought Jilly's left the building. It's all hidden. Right. Bog off. £6, £3.99 saving. There you go. So they're £6 each, those fishy stamps from Sam. Then I went to Tina Cox. This artwork to me is immaculate. Immaculate. I just look at this and I can't, it's that, it makes you cry. It's ridiculously beautiful, right? Look at it. Look at this. Okay. And I look at that and it just stuns me. Absolutely stuns me. Okay. So where do we find this art? I went on a search, right? We found these two plates. So let me show you this. These are the two plates. There is this one, which is, this is a flourish, right? A floral flourish. And then so that one is 40633. This one is 40632. And the duo is 41098. And these are normally 17, 19, 18 pounds each. And we said that we would knock it down to, so instead of 36 pounds, they're 26 pounds for the pair. There you go. 26 quid for both of those big A4 square plates. Hustling, I know. But I saw that artwork and I thought, if somebody wants to get into this kind of beautiful parchment art, these are the A4 square floral corners. Absolutely spectacular. These are the two plates. And if you buy them both today, they are 26 quid for the pair. Normally it's 18 pounds for one. So that's a pretty good deal. Okay. There you go. And that's I've got one more window. What's in the other square window? Right. So I'll pop that there. Right. One more. And forgive me for hustling, but it's what I do. Right. And I started with love and I'm going to end on love. So let's have a look at this piece of artwork. I love, love, love. Sonia Goodliff. Beautiful piece of artwork using one of our SHAC stamps. And you may remember we drew this in the SHAC. So that is the stamp. Then that is the word. You've got a mask in there as well. Okay, let me show you this. And this is, instead of £10, it's £6. There you go. You get your mask. You get your positive and negative love. So you can colour that in. You can pop that in. Block that off. There you go. And it's £6 for that beautiful love stamp. That love heart. And it's, yeah. And of course, then you can also take off your discount, your Clarity Club discount. So there you go. That was an emotional hour. Never know what's going to happen here, do you? Got loads of lovely little things. I just thought, I've got all these boxes, I'm dressing it. I'm going to have a sale. I'm going to have a window sale, okay? And I think, you know, there may just be something there that you really, really like. Other than that, I'm going to see you, I hope, on Thursday in the craft along with the woo-wah stencils and the leafy stencils and the jelly plate. On Sunday, I hope that you're going to join me and figure out how this works. I'm going to teach you how to do this. And then, of course, you've got the beautiful tree stamps that go with that. What else? Yeah, open day tickets. Please do that. There's no Groovy Tuesday tomorrow because Paul is still on vacation. He needed a break. He definitely needed a break. And other than that, let me just check my list. We've done absolutely everything. Don't forget to pre-order your brushes if you need some fresh ones, because the price is going to go up in the new year. It is the way it is. It's gone berserk. But we're trying our best to keep going, and we appreciate your support more than you could possibly know. So, Jilly, thank you for your help, and I'll see you on Thursday. Lots of love. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.